G'day viewers, I just thought I'd share with you what I'm up to at the moment with the HX panel van. I've got an issue with the auto, the Trimatic auto's kicking down the gear on its own when you back off, which I'm told is the electronic kickdown solenoid, which is basically removal of the pan to get to that one. So I'm going to check that out. So I've got the pan off at the moment. There's the pan there, and that would have been a hell of a lot easier if it had a drain plug right there, instead of just having to sort of do it the old school way, I guess, and loosen off the nuts and angle it down so that it drains into the oil pan. But this is the, I just thought I'd share as well. I've got this from Autobarn today, and super cheap at the same price, $23.99 basically for the kit, which is, that's the filter, which I will show you later on when I'm down underneath. That's the gasket for there, for the filter. Now this other gasket here is for the servo cover, which covers where you've got to do the band adjustment. And then I've got the good old Aussie owned, Aussie made Gulf Western Dexron 3 transmission fluid. Takes about 3 litres of oil. That's a 4 litre tub there. And in that kit as well, you get a pan gasket. So pan gasket, filter, and a couple of other gaskets for $23.99 from Autobarn, and super cheap are the same. And the oil was $42.99. So, you know, 66, just over bucks there, just to, sort of service the Trimatic and hopefully fix this issue, getting her ready for the 2023 Bright Rod Run, which is in a couple of weeks. So basically underneath here, that big square thing there is that filter. That round thing there is the cover for the band, and that other big gasket there. So I'll pull that off and clean in there too. That tends to collect a bit of sludge, and this puppy here is the one that's given me a bit of an issue. So that's the electronic kickdown module, or solenoid, sorry, because that's the module there, which I replaced the hose, the rubber hose there. It just has like an inch or so long rubber hose to locate that steel pipe that goes up to the manifold, and the same up there has that little rubber hose. So I replaced the rubber hoses. I started by putting that, doing that with the rubber hoses, and then doing the zip tie with that steel pipe there, just to hold it in place, because it was sort of coming out, and I thought that might have been the issue to start with. And then I checked the inhibitor switch and that, but that's another story. So I've been learning a bit about the inhibitor switch as well, which only basically which is underneath the dash there on the steering column, basically, which basically helps with not starting in gear, and activates the reverse light. So yeah, these things is the learning what they activate. So that wire comes through, and that comes through the housing there, and that's that wire that runs up to the engine bay area there. So I've got to take that off. One thing, I'm going to speak to my mate who's an auto transmission mechanic, and I don't know if you can see just there's a nick in the wire. So I'm going to ask him if that could be an issue as well, because that unit there, if I want to buy a new unit, they're only 43 bucks is what I've seen on eBay, so that's not going to break the bank by any means. So and then obviously torque back up the bolts that I'm going to be undoing for the servo cover and the module and that. So my mate told me if I take the module off, the solenoid, sorry, not module, because that's the module, that's the electronic kickdown solenoid. So take that off, and he tells me to use a 1-inch file to file down, they warp apparently. So I will find out more about that as I take that off next, and go from there. But that's basically what the Trimatic looks like with the oil pan off. So anyway, that's where we're at, and hopefully she's going to be all up and running good, because I'll be going off over Mount Hotham from Bairnsdale here to take the old girl up to Briar Rod Run in a couple of weeks. So yeah, that'll be good. Anyway, cheers.